From mass communication to social media stardom, I'm truly proud of this guy that he has shown tenacity and resilience and persistence to make it big in social media. Welcome to Life Expressions. I'm your host, Shari Hinati Elon. I'm talking about the video creator behind the very popular channel, Lexplorations PH. Welcome to the show, Lex Milios. Hi, Lex.
Hello, Miss Chari. Thank you for inviting me.
Pleasure to have you here with me on the podcast. I'm truly proud of you, Lex. I see your posts and they're very entertaining. They're very interesting. Tell me about Lexplorations PH.
So, Miss, so Lexplorations PH, Miss, ang word comes from my name, Lex, and then I thought of what should I add in order for it to be more mas maintindihan or mas magets dayon as a YouTube channel.
Okay, it started as a YouTube channel. Is the YouTube channel still existing?
I stopped after a year. I had 4,000 subscribers and I noticed that it's really hard to keep up with YouTube because you need to do the thumbnails, the SEO, the hard work of YouTube itself is really hard. So when I saw my friends doing it on Facebook, I thought to myself that, okay, should I start as well on Facebook even though there's no monetization yet on the platform? So I just said that I need to invest more content creation on Facebook by starting a page.
Okay, so you started the page Lexplorations PH, and how did that go about? Did you do it all by yourself or do you have a team with you?
I did it by myself, Miss. So as a mass communication students, we are all trained to be like diverse with a lot of skills. So from production, pre-production, production, and for the post and also the marketing of the page, I did it all by myself until the third year of the page. I hired an editor to help me out.
Yeah. So tell me about the growth of Lexplorations PH. I am pretty sure that your background, your knowledge and skills based on your learnings from mass communications in LaSalle have really led you to your success. But how did it grow?
As I've said, Miss, in YouTube, I saw like a very small potential on the platform. But when I posted my first vlog about a certain cafe with reptiles, that's my first post. And I think it went viral with 1 million reach.
Wow.
And around 1,000 of shares and likes. So that's my first post. Because the post was about cafe, interacting with snakes at the same time. So it captures the interest of the audience. So what I learned in Masscom is that in your first or headline or the first 3 seconds of your video, it should be very entertaining in order for them to share it. And also Miss, I did a lot of hard work because I shared my own posts. Like I'm very passionate about it that should be shared by a lot of people. So that's how I started it, Miss.
Yes, okay. Just for the information of our audience here, Lex is calling me Miss because I used to be his professor
Sorry.
in Masscom. So
Yes.
you can call me Chari, but I bet that will be very uncomfortable for you, so it's okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
yes,
Yeah,
Miss.
it's okay. It's okay. But anyways, Lex, as I was asking, so the first video that you posted that really became viral was your feature on the reptiles. I think I went to that cafe as well. But how did you sustain and what kind of content did you choose to do for your page that it became sustainable?
Okay, Miss. One thing that I learned from Gary Vaynerchuk, I don't know if someone knows him, but first thing that you need to do is to be consistent. So when I posted the first post, I had dedicated myself to like everyday research about places and new places to feature in order for me to keep the page. Second thing, Miss, that I learned from Gary as well is that attention is currency. So where the attention is, there is money. So if I wanted to have money and also to be relevant as well, I need to know where the attention is. So it's really easy for us to identify where the attention is because all of us are on social media. So we see what people post, we see where people goes. So where people go, I mean. So through that, I was able to check also places that have that na wala pa bala na-discover, Miss, some mga people.
Yes,
So
yes.
I think that's the first sustainable thing that I did. Second thing is that I have a friend here in Silay that she owned a food delivery service. So with that, she partnered with multiple food tenants or merchants. So we had a partnership wherein if a tenant subscribe to her, I will be able to feature that tenant. So it's an advantage for me because my friend not my friend notifies me every time there's a new restaurant, and also I also partnered with a beverage company as well. So this beverage
Yes.
company as well notifies me if there is something new around the place. So it's really easy for me to identify with regards to finding new places. I think, Miss, the most important thing here is that I made sure before I started my vlogging journey, I made sure that I had pre-existing relationships and strategic relationships at the same time in order for me to grow my passion.
Yeah, that's great and very entrepreneurial of you. Very innovative, right? Yes.
Yes,
So, but
yes,
when
Miss.
did you start making money from vlogging?
During pandemic, Facebook wanted to compete with TikTok, right? So they
Yeah.
started this Reels program, and I was one of the first creators in Negros to utilize that. So Facebook was like pushing my videos everywhere. It's like I just take like videos of the deliveries inside my home, and also how did the restaurant like do their wagyu, something like that. So it's a step by step process, and then it every time I post during that pandemic, it's like 1 million views above. So
Amazing.
that's when I got monetized because I was able to hit the what do you call that, the what do you call
Qualification
that,
or the,
yes, the monetization, the requirements for
okay, the
monetization. So
requirements.
that's the first
Okay.
time I was able to monetize my content. Second, Miss, is through partnerships. So every time I eat in a restaurant, or every time I have to cover or to promote something, national brand or a local brand, they intend to pay for my service. Yes.
But what were the challenges that you have to overcome, Lex, when you were doing this?
Starting the page is already a challenge, Miss, because you're entering like a not so normal environment, because you put yourself out there to be scrutinized, to be criticized as well by other people. So I think the first challenge is that you need to overcome those voices in your head that hala basi i-judge ko nila, hala basi hindi nila pag-like, hala basi anamian, something like that. So that's the first challenge, Miss, because I'm in during my time, Miss, as a student of yours, I'm not that really confident because I was surrounded by with a lot of confident classmates or people around me. So I'm not that extrovert enough. So as well, parang duga struggle ko bala, Miss, in terms of should I post this or not? Should I start this or not? But when I watched my favorite YouTuber, Will Dasovich, I was really encouraged to post because there's a saying that he said, like, if it's not now, when?
Yes.
So
Amazing.
sometimes we just overthink about should I have this equipment, should I have this number of followings, should have everything. You need to you are overthinking about the process, but all you need to do is just post. So when I started posting it, even though there's few likes or few views at the first parts of it, I was very encouraged to push through because I really enjoy this kind of job, like content creation in general. So that's the
Yeah.
second challenge, Miss.
Yeah. Is there a third challenge?
Yes, I think there I can list a lot of challenges, Miss. Like example,
Yes.
before I'm not that really I'm poor, Miss. Where I came from a poor family. So every time I attended like events with a lot of influencers, I have a struggle of like dressing up properly, something like that. And also transportation wise, for example, if the content is not like ways up, I'm not cannot be reached through commute, so
Yeah.
I need to extend more effort in order for me to reach the certain location. So uh it's really hard for me to keep up, especially the content creation industry is like a very cutthroat industry. Once you're in and then you're out. So that's the last challenge that I encounter, Miss, because in due time I invested as well in myself that I need to be presentable. I also need to be like marketable as well in other brands.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
that's the right thing.
That's great, Lex. But I have to say that during college, I already saw the potential in you because of your consistency. You may not be really extrovert and you may not be really putting yourself out there, but you have that key element of being consistent, right? And
Thank you, Miss.
also admire your tenacity, your persistence, as you have mentioned, the challenges that you have faced while you're doing the vlogging. But one thing that really strikes me is your creativity, the way you present the places, the food, etc. Where do you get this inspiration?
I think the content creation industry is not just about originality. It's more of about creators inspiring creators.
Yeah,
So I also see creators in Manila, in as outside Philippines, that they're also creating this kind of style of vlogging. But we use the same pattern, I think, Miss. It's like about like 3 to 5 second hook wherein you capture
yeah.
the audience and then you just deliver your message and have the call to action. I think that's the most basic thing that I do and all the creators do. For me, I just wanted to localize it the way Bacolod view it or Negrenses view it. So I think that's what makes it more unique because I wanted it to be more localized and more relatable at the same time.
Can you say that you already have your aha moment that sets you apart from the other content creators?
I can see Miss not yet. I'm not yet there. I really wanted people to follow me not just because of the content itself, but because of who I am. Because I have so many things that I can share. But right now, when I post about anything, regardless about food and travel, it's not that people are engaging into it. Because for me, I have a lot of also like I wanted to do motivational videos as
Yeah.
well, but people are not engaging it now because they are just following the page or the channel for the food and for the travel at the same time. So I think that's it.
Yeah. What do you think is your personal brand?
My personal brand, that's a good question, Miss, actually. For me, my personal brand, Miss, is that when they, it's a good question. Sorry, Miss.
It's okay. You can
I
think
wasn't
about it
thinking
because you
about
were saying, yeah,
I
it's
wasn't
okay.
thinking
Yeah.
about that. Yes, yes, Miss.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
it's more about how I present the location and the food. I
Yeah.
I make sure that it's well presented in the video.
What
But for
do
the
you think? Yeah.
personal,
Yes.
not really
Because
sure about it yet.
yeah, because you said you also wanted to get into motivational videos, and you said you did not come from a well-off family. You had to make steps to make yourself personable, of course, marketable, etc. So there might be something special in you that you could share with your audience that would also inspire them, not just to get into blogging, but also to succeed in whatever field that they would want to take upon themselves, right?
Yes, I think that's the first brand maybe, Miss, because that's what separates me from other Bacolod content creators because the LGU or some private institutions invite me to speak about vlogging or also do seminars about it. So I think mostly if in that kind of situations they invite me for that, not other
Yeah.
creators. So I think that's the brand, Miss, because I'm not just a content creator, but also I'm a teacher as well, like teaching other people or the youth about vlogging and content creation in general.
Well, that's great. But apart from vlogging and teaching, are you teaching formally as well in an institution?
No, Miss.
Okay, but
Currently I
yeah,
have a lot of businesses that I handle for social media. So aside from my personal page, I handle local businesses, social media, and also working day shift, Miss. I mean, working corporately in a social media company. So
well, that's wonderful. Kudos to you. Do you think vlogging is sustainable for you that you can make it your livelihood?
that's a good question, Miss. But because when I started vlogging, I have a work. And then up until now, I still have a work. So I think vlogging is not that sustainable because that just like any celebrities in TV, there's a time that you will shine, but there's a time that you will lie low. So for me, in order for it to be sustainable, you need to have a corporate work. This is just for me, but for others, I think it's sustainable for others. Like for those who are very, very famous already. But for me, I need to have a work.
Yes. And Lex, you have been to so many places, right? So many restaurants, eateries, etc. Is there one place that you have visited and featured that really struck you most?
If in Negros alone, miss, I can say that Sagay is one of the best places that I've visited because they are inclined into community-based tourism, wherein I got to experience the whole thing that the community is like having this benefit. So, like example, they have these tricycle drivers wherein they tour around you around this community. And then they have this Margaha Beach where it's rich in art, wherein also Alvarado is really a famous painter that area. Also, the Suyak Village is a good example of community-based tourism wherein it's just the community handling everything. It's not, I mean, LGU is like overseeing things, but when you experience the community, it's like, oh, this is the best place to be because it's not overrated, it's not hype, but it touches your heart and soul.
Wow,
For
that's
Negros,
great.
I think Sagay is a good place to be. The LGU and the tourism is really doing great for that.
Yeah, that's great.
For the Philippines, I think for me, the best place that I visited is in Balabac, Palawan.
Mhm.
It's the last frontier of the Philippines we're in. Just few minutes away, it's already Malaysia. But it's very secluded, miss. It's really
Okay,
hard to get
very
there.
difficult to go to. I haven't
Yes,
been
but it's
to
a
what
paradise.
island was that? Balabac, Palawan. I haven't been there yet, but I was born in Old Sagay and I have been to Sagay City many, many times. In fact, I'm not sure if Helen Cotillar is still their tourism
Yes,
officer. Okay, yes, I
she
know
is
Helen
still
very
there.
well. And yeah, at the time of former Mayor Joseph Marañon, who became the governor, I used to feature Sagay many times when I was still with ABS-CBN. So I love Sagay City. It's right that they have got lots of beautiful places and their tourism is really
Yes,
outstanding and worth emulating, right? Yes.
yes.
Lex, what do you think is the most remarkable and rewarding experience for you as a vlogger?
I think the most rewarding for me, miss, aside from the places that I visit, aside from the food that I ate, I think it's the people who recognizes me, miss. It's like a validation that I did something good. Like every time I went into a festival or every time I went outside Sangbalay, miss, people are saying, "Oh, it's you. I remember you. Your content helped me find this place," something like that. And people taking pictures, miss, and I'm really shy gid ko, miss, because I'm not I'm not into amo ginabala, miss, no ya gid ko when one is taking pictures of me or mapapicture, something like that. So, amo ito, miss, ang isa sa mga pinaka-rewarding because you see that your content is mapuslan gid sa ibang nga tao. And I think amo man na duga padayon gid ko, miss, because aside from the legacy, the videos will always be there, but I see that there is an impact on people's lives.
Yes, and you're giving them a guide, right? Like you're letting them know which place to go, what are the great deals to go to and avail of, etc. And your content is very entertaining. Sometimes I just open my Facebook and I see you and I watch it and I say, when I visit, I should go there. So, if you can give a piece of advice to one who's aspiring to be a video creator like yourself, what would that be?
Patience, miss. I think most of the time, people are hurrying about achieving something. Like, when I post this, I need to have 10,000 followers already or more. Should people watch this? Should this be viral? But most of the time, those kind of expectations, it will just disappoint you, miss, in the long run, because if you just start your YouTube journey or something, your content creation journey, it takes a lot of patience in order for you to reach that, because some people give up in the middle of the process or almost achieving the goal that they have, but they haven't reach it because they gave up. That's the virtue that I learned because I started this page 5 years ago. Yes, there will be progress, but small progress. But in the third year of my content creation, it blows up to 100K, and then it just moved forward. So you'll never know when the content will get viral or get noticed. So I think patience and consistency is the most valuable attitude that you need to have in order for you to be successful on this. Not saying that I'm successful already, but in order for you to like be flourished in this industry.
But you are successful because you already have 277,000 followers, right?
Thank
So
you,
that
Miss.
is a success in itself, and kudos to you. If you can say something to yourself right now with what you have achieved, with what you have overcome, with what you have experienced, what would that be?
I think I can tell Lex that your labor is not in vain. Look, I'm just proud of you. Something like that, Miss, because
Yeah.
people may not credit you for what you have done. Um I'm proud of Lex Smith because
Very good.
he was able to push through with the judgments and also the criticisms of other people, and he was able to experience the things he wouldn't imagine. Hindi ko gid imagine, Miss, that I will experience in my whole life. It's like content creation has opened many opportunities and also my mindset towards everything. So I'm thankful for the platform. I'm also thankful for the people who supported. But most of all, Miss, my message to myself is I'm really thankful for not giving up.
Oh, wonderful. Congratulations, Lex. I am very proud of you, and it's good that you acknowledge that. You are thankful and you are proud of what you have accomplished. So keep on going, keep on inspiring many of us, keep on showing that nice videos and tips for us where to go, what to eat, etc., etc. So thank you so much. And
Thank
thank
you.
you for your time. Thank you for guesting on Life Expressions.
That's
And
it?
look forward.
No, just kidding.
Meron
Just
pa?
kidding, Miss. No.
Is there any more that you'd like to add? Basi may dugang ka.
Wala, Miss. Wala, Miss.
Yes.
I'm just happy to nakapag-catch up to, Miss.
Yes. Yeah, me too.
I'm really admire you, Miss, since ABS-CBN days. And also when you become my professor, I really respect your tenacity and also the way you teach, Miss. Some people may not appreciate it, but when you enter the room, when you sa mga tasks, I'm really looking forward to finish it, submit it on time, because nakita ko gid ang imo Miss value sa imo profession sang ABS-CBN days until na teacher ka. And I'm just surprised nga nagara ka na Miss ka sa Canada because I think you're really doing well about sa mga shows mo diri sa your personal shows,
Yeah.
mga mo na.
Yeah. Thank
Pero
you so
Miss,
much,
I'm happy
Lex.
that you're there as well.
Yes, I will come and visit soon. Anyways, one final question. What's next for you? How do you see yourself in the next 5 years?
That's a good question, Miss. I saw that there are a lot of creators right now in the Philippines because of the Reels monetization program, of course. You can see it that they're doing content creation. What's next for me this year? I will also do this, Miss. I'm leaning into podcasts as well, interviewing people. So I might title it Lex Talk.
What? I like that. Great idea, Lex. And make sure you use Riverside. It's great. It's
So
a great
ayun,
app.
Miss, I think I will be interviewing influencers as well here in
Okay.
Bacolod and what they can share to people. And after, Miss, the next 5 years, I can see myself building my own social media company, marketing company, because that's what I'm passionate about, since social media is the new TV, radio, and etc. So I think with what I'm experiencing right now, handling different local pages, also national some national brands as well. I think I already know the strategy on how we can get leads, something like that, and how to grow page so fast. So I think that's what I'm preparing right now, is to create a social media marketing company in the future. But for now, maybe First is the podcast and maybe running for political position in Silay. Maybe, we don't know.
Amazing.
I'm planning, but maybe after 3 years. We don't know, miss.
Yeah. At least you keep your doors open, right? And
Yes,
always
yes.
have that positive mindset. So the best is yet to come for you.
Yes, miss.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Lex.
Thank you, Miss Cherry.
Okay.
Thank you.
To all of you, thank you so much for tuning in to Life Expressions. If you haven't subscribed yet, please hit that subscribe or follow button so you'll be notified each time I have a new episode here on Life Expressions. I'm your host, Cherry Hineri Elon, and my guest is Lex Nilios of Lexplorations PH. Bye.
Bye.